The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Sonic Adventure. This god-awful mess was Sonic's first 3D autistic treasure hunt. Complete with unwanted and almost unplayable characters, this abortion of an entry to the franchise was the flagship of Sonic's consistent failure for years to come. Don't let the DeviantArt-obsessed Spectrum Warriors scare you. I can already hear them Naruto running to the comment section or something to cry about it. This shit sucks. But I'm an unfuckable mutant as well, so I've experienced this 10-hour train wreck on multiple platforms. First off, the Dreamcast is overrated. Pretty much everything worth playing got ported, and Nintendo is better. It's a Dr. Pepper of consoles, dwarfed by the competition, not undrinkable but mostly preferred by tryhard, fat, and nerds. But more about the game itself, facial expressions are actual memes. Depending on which version you're playing, all the characters are shiny, not to mention the voice acting.
You must be kidding!
The soundtrack is admittedly pretty banging. Jun Sonoy really knocked it out of the park, and I'd gladly call him father. Like its even more embarrassing sequel, Sonic Adventure also features a worthless pet simulator that exists only to waste even more of your time. Also included are these terrible old Game Gear games, just to remind you exactly how much better the Game Boy was. But where the true, broken, glitchy, sense-offending meat of this catastrophe lies is in the main game itself. Starting a pattern we'd all come to hate, Sonic Adventure has multiple playable characters. Out of the 6, 7 are garbage, because Big and Froggy are a team. Sonic, Friends, and Gamma have to find the 7 Dragon Emeralds to wish away chaos, and they all have to work together or something. Sonic and Tails stories are pretty much the same, but Tails has the benefit of not making you play pinball. Sonic's story is just as bad as the rest, but it's also the longest, so for some reason people think it's good. All you do is run forward, move statues, and fly planes between scenes of horrific face contortion and 1 or 2 puzzles. In Tails' story you do the same, but faster than Sonic and without pinball. By the way, what the hell is the point of Tails' plane transforming? It changes nothing and you crash anyway. Other than those 2 nearly identical adventures, you've got Knuckles' boring emerald hunt, Amy escaping a molester robot, Nice Robot Gamma, and Bob Kelly the cat.
I broke my knee, man!
Knuckles' story is the same bullshit emerald hunt that plagued the next game, but with the slight convenience of being able to find them all in any order. He's as boring and forgettable as ever, but not as bad as 2, where Knuckles was blacker than my lungs. Playing as E102 Gamma was probably one of the few highlights of this shit show. It's actually kind of a shame there weren't more stages and bosses for him. Shooting the stuffed Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles dolls was really satisfying, and way more fun than any of the Sonic stages. And seeing that family of birds reunite was the only emotionally compelling moment in the game. But hey, at least we got Amy. The fact that Amy and Big are even included is ridiculous. Cock teasing and fishing. Really? Amy is a whopping 3 levels, where she leads on some poor robot being controlled by some pervert bird. She also follows Sonic around like a stalker and plays whack-a-mole for an upgrade that never gets used. That's really it. Then there's Big, the heart and soul of the Sonic Adventure experience. Big the cat gets a lot of undue hate. There's no better representation of the core fanbase of the Sonic franchise. To be fair, fishing is awful and unfun, and searching for upgrades is boring and will take longer than most of the missions. But other than that, where Big the cat really shines is in his character. His happy-go-lucky attitude and childlike sense of wonder perfectly mirror the naive outlook of the young audience this game was originally targeted to. His weight and stationary lifestyle also make him very relatable to the audience that poor Sonic Team had to settle for. To summarize, Sonic Adventure is a steaming mess from top to bottom. It's ugly, glitchy, sounds awful, and offends just about every sense you can subject to it. Sonic and Tails are the same, except Tails is shorter and doesn't have pinball, so it's better. Knuckles is there, Amy is getting a taste of her own medicine, Gamma is wasted potential, and Big the cat is a saint. Sonic Forces is out, and now that Sonic Team have been outed as drug addicts and child molesters, it's a lot easier to understand how Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic and the Black Knight happened. And idiots like Bill and Steve will tell you that Sonic Adventure 2 was the last good Sonic game. But they're wrong. It was Sonic Heroes. Sonic Forces is out, and now that Sonic Team have been outed as drug addicts and child molesters, you explaining the existence of Sonic 06.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll put the mic away. I'm sorry. God damn it. You didn't tell me that line last night. The drug addicts part you did, but the child molester.